Hello everybody, welcome to Talk About Houses. I'm Todd.
I'm Oana.
So we are going to talk about homestead exemption in Nevada. So what is a homestead exemption?
So a homestead exemption basically protects you from creditors as far as protects your equity in the house. So it doesn't protect you if you owe the IRS money.
No, not if you owe the IRS.
Okay.
You have to pay them.
It doesn't protect you if you owe property taxes. It does not protect you from your mortgage debt or anything like that, but it does protect you. For example, if somebody sues you over credit card debt or something like that, then
or they just get a judgment,
or they just get a judgment. Well,
but
right,
not alimony or child support.
Right.
So if those are your problems, this probably doesn't help you.
Right.
Okay. So it is a mechanism of saying this is my homestead and it's a Nevada thing. Other states have it, but the rules are different. So we're not talking about other states. We're just talking about Nevada right now.
Right.
Okay. So it's a thing you file at the recorder's office.
It's just one sheet of paper. It's super easy. You can completely do this.
Yeah. You just go to the recorder's site, you go download the form, you fill it in, you walk in there, and you give them the $42. And you could probably put it, I think it's cash or credit card, you just pay them, and they record it. It's a homestead.
Right. In Nevada, I do believe it has to be notarized. You can go to the bank and get it notarized. You can go to the UPS store and get it notarized.
Yep.
You can go to a title company and get it notarized. So there are lots of places to get it notarized.
Okay. Now the specifics. Okay. What does it do? Like, how does it protect you? Okay. Let's say you just bought a house and you paid the house off, and the house is a $400,000 house. It's $400,000 of equity, and then you're in a car wreck and your insurance lapsed, right? You let it lapse, and it was a stupid thing, but you smashed into some guy and you destroyed his Ferrari, and he went to the hospital, and he gets a judgment against you from a court that says you have to give this guy 200 grand, right? And he decides, I'm going to go take this, I'm going to make him sell his house and give me the 200,000, right? They can't do it.
Right.
Right. They can't take the 200 grand. Now, if you have money in the bank, it's gone. They can probably take it, right? But they can't take the money from your house because it's exempt. It's why it's exempt. And the amount of the exemption is
$605,000.
605. It was 550 just a couple years ago, but the legislature raised it recently. They knocked it up by, I think they knocked it up 10%. So 55,000. So we went from 550 to 605. And now remember, that's equity. So let's say you have a $800,000 house and you're going, my house isn't protected because it's 800,000. But say you owe 500,000. You have a loan for 500. You only actually have $300,000 of equity. Your house is protected. They can't force the sale of the house to require you to come up with the money. They can't throw you out of your house.
Right.
Right. Pretty straightforward.
Yes.
With anything else, if you have legal questions, you should go to the lawyer and say, hey, I have some legal questions specifically about what if, because we're giving you general information that we have learned as real estate brokers. It's not legal advice. We're not attorneys.
No. We don't even play an attorney on YouTube.
We did it to our house ourselves. We just went and filed it. It's pretty straightforward. It protects you. And what else? What else is good about it?
It's easy. And it's worth doing because for your primary residence, this tends to be your largest single asset. So we want to make sure that your largest single asset is protected. Yeah,
it has to be the house you're living in. You can't say, oh, I got this rental. I don't really live in this state. I'm going to do it, whatever. No, it has to be, you have to be living there.
Right.
You're filing a homestead exemption. If you have a couple houses, let's say you move and you forgot to file the homestead, you could run into a problem because let's say you sell the house and you forgot that the new house, you didn't do the homestead yet. You rolled your equity over. You might want to talk to the attorney and say, hey, I did this stupid thing and I forgot to file the homestead. What should I do, right? And then you can only have one.
Right.
So you can't, and it's not spread out among multiple houses.
Right.
You can't say, well, I own 3 houses that are 200 grand each, so I want to homestead them all to get under. It's not an umbrella of 600,000 and 5,000 over 3 houses. It's one house, 600 And $5,000.
Right. So remember, protected. It's for the home that you're living in.
Yep.
If you have other investment properties, there are other ways to protect those. We'll talk about that in a different video. But right now, we're trying to make sure that you are protecting your home, and that's what the homestead exemption does.
Okay. Remember, this is just for Nevada.
Yes.
Other states have similar things. I've actually had people. We did a video a long time ago where one thing we talked about was the homestead. It was what to do after closing on the house. That was that video. Actually, I should post that.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to post a video right here. This is like what you should do as soon as you close on your house or as soon as you finish buying your house. And you can watch that video. But the homestead is different states. And there's some states with almost no limit. Maybe it's 80 grand or something like that. And there are other states where it's unlimited. So if you're super rich, like people think they're going to get sued a lot of times, they'll liquidate everything and they'll move to one of these states and they'll go buy like a $3 million house. And they'll say, I live on the ocean in a $3 million house. And they'll wait for all their legal troubles to pass. And then they'll sell the house and take their cash back and do other things with it because they know they can't be sued and have that money taken. It's sitting in their house.
Right.
And there's some famous examples. You can Google them and probably find out what states and who the famous people were that avoided being sued for their house and a bunch of money. I'm going to do this too. I'm just going to put a link to the recorders with the homestead below the video. You'll be able to see it right there. You can click on it. It has all the information. But like anything else, if you have legal questions, talk to legal people. But this is pretty straightforward. If you live in Nevada and you're wondering what the hell is a homestead, what do I do? It's pretty straightforward. And you can even probably file it and then go call your friend who's an attorney and go, hey, can you just go online in the recorder's office and see if I did this right? And they'll just probably go like, yeah, you're fine. Like it's literally that easy. They try to make this so that you don't have to go spend $300 or whatever in an attorney's office, and because they'll do it. They'll probably say, hey, I charge $250 for doing homestead. And literally what they do is they just fill out the form, have their person in the office notarize it, and then they just send it down there and have it notarized and charge you. And you can literally just walk, like I think we've notarized some other stuff, but you just literally walk in there and go, can I get this recorded on my house? And they go, okay, here, $42. Right. And you pay them and they stamp it and they hand you a copy and go, okay, well, it'll be recorded like tomorrow. And then you just go online a few weeks later and you'll see it's attached to your house.
Right. And if you've recently purchased a house, you will be inundated by companies who offer to do this for you for a fee. So if you
$1,000, most of them are $250, I think.
No, so they're usually a couple $100.
Yeah.
So you know, somewhere in that neighborhood. But like Todd said, it's like a $42 fee. It's one sheet of paper. More likely than not, you can handle this. And you know, if you're not comfortable doing it, then go ahead and pay one of the services to do it for you. But at the end of the day, it's still incumbent upon you to verify with the county recorder that it's been done and it's been done properly. Yeah, you should definitely. And like we said, it doesn't help you if you're being sued by the IRS. They can always come after your house. Taxes, you know, meaning your property taxes, that doesn't help you. Mechanics liens, that's one we didn't talk about. So you hired a guy to put solar on your house and you told him you would make payments and you just say, forget it, I'm not going to make payments. So he just attaches a lien to the house. They can actually take the, and it doesn't protect you against the HOA. No. And nothing protects you against child support and alimony payments. They can come get the house, right, for that. But for all the other random stuff you could be sued for, it's smart, and there's no reason not to do it, really, unless you're trying to be cheap and say $42. Right. So fill out your form, pay your $42, get it done. Get it done. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, watch all our videos, and we'll put our contact information down below. So if you have questions about whatever, non-legal questions, real estate specific questions, we can answer those in Nevada real estate. Yes. Yep. So share the video with your friends, leave us your comments, and we'll see you on the next video. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Bye.